In the great, frozen expanse of the Pleistocene, a world of ice and wind, a migration was underway. But in the heart of the storm, one life, small and new, was left behind. Pip, a baby mastodon, was lost. The calls of his herd were swallowed by the howling gale, leaving only the biting cold and a crushing, desolate silence. He found shelter beneath a rocky outcrop, a tiny refuge in a vast and unforgiving world. Fear was his only companion. As the long Arctic night fell, he shivered, not just from the cold, but from a loneliness that pierced deeper than any frost. Hope dwindled with the fading light, but with the dawn came a new sound. Heavy, rhythmic footsteps that shook the very ground. A family of woolly mammoths, giants of this frozen age, passed by his hiding place. They were not his kind, with their high-domed heads and long, curving tusks. But in their immense size, Pip saw safety. In their slow, steady pace, he saw family. With all his courage, he ran out, his tiny trumpet a desperate plea. The mother mammoth stopped. In her eyes, there was no confusion, only compassion. Seeing the lost and shivering calf, she convinced her cautious mate they would not leave him. They would guide him south on the long journey to find his own kind. Weeks turned into an endless trek across the tundra. The mammoths became his teachers, his protectors, his family. They taught him how to sweep away snow, to find the buried sprigs of life, and how to huddle close, sharing warmth against the bitter wind. He played with their children, his small, stocky form chasing their long, shaggy legs. The lost little mastodon had found a home. At last, the world of white gave way to a sea of green. As they journeyed through the warmer lands, a familiar sound echoed through the valley, the calls of mastodons. Joy erupted in Pip's heart. This was it. He raced ahead, his new family watching from a distance. But as he drew closer, the faces were strange. The scents were wrong. This was not his herd. The weight of his loss returned, heavier than before. He trudged back to the mammoths, his spirit broken. They gathered around him, their silent comfort a warm embrace. That night, as they huddled together, more footsteps approached. Another herd of mastodons emerged from the twilight mist. And then a call, a roar of love and relief that Pip knew in his very bones. It was his mother. The reunion was a storm of joyous rumbles and loving nudges. Pip was finally home. His family offered their profound thanks to the mammoths who had saved their son. A debt of kindness between two ancient lines. As the sun cast its first golden rays across the valley, Pip looked back one last time before disappearing with his family. The mammoth mother watched them go, a single tear tracing a path through the dust on her cheek. It was a tear not of sadness, but of a mother's joy for a child who was lost and was now found.